Boom. All right. I'm on here. Had a podcast scheduled, but it got rescheduled. So I was so hyped up to speak. I'm feeling extremely high energy, extremely intense and focused and passionate today. So I was like, let's go. I'm ready to speak. And I got rescheduled. Not disappointed. No hard feelings because I'll still get to have that conversation when it's meant to happen. But right now I am on here and I'm refreshed. That's what I am. Now I am. I am extremely energetic. I need to share some of this. Not get it out of me. I want to keep this energy within me. This will raise my energy even more. But I need to just share and spew and give some value. Earlier, I wrote a post. It wasn't scheduled to write. Didn't have to write it for anything. I just literally opened Twitter, started writing about a health issue that people do not talk about. People do not talk about health for a purpose. A lot of people online, I'm talking specifically, are healthy for the sake of just being healthy, for the sake of being able to share it, for the sake of selling you a course or selling you a coaching program, or for the sake of just getting you to watch their content, for the sake of getting views and getting likes. This is stupid. First, it's stupid. It's very dumb. It's a waste of time. Second, it's not authentic at all. People will live this healthy lifestyle or act like they live the healthy lifestyle because here's what a lot of these people do is they see it trending, they see it all in their feed, they see somebody else do it, and they're like, oh, I can do that. They take a video of them doing it, share it, fit in with the trend. That's an Instagram and TikTok thing. 100%. It's on Twitter too. It's everywhere. I mean, it's online. It's an online thing. This is not authentic. These people are not being healthy for a purpose other than metrics like views or likes or coaching clients or just status, which status could be argued against because status is one of like the big things that people strive for and feel for. But this is not authentic. Now, I'm going to mention a little bit of what I wrote about in this post, but I have no script. I don't have the post in front of me. I'm literally looking at myself recording this right now like a goofball. Who does that? I do because I want to share some energy right now. Let's go. But I'll share a little bit about this post, but I have a lot of rambling to do on this subject just because I feel strongly about it and because I think that it's ridiculous personally. The athlete strengthens himself or herself. They lift weights for the purpose of performing, for the purpose of seeing how good can they be on the field or on the court or on the ice or in the Olympics, whatever it may be. They build their muscle so that way they can perform, or they build their endurance so they can perform. The tennis player or the golfer will use a red light machine on their shoulders or hips to recover faster so they can play the sport that they love more, so they can play more tennis, play more golf, so they can go for more walks, so they can do more canoeing, they can do more fishing, whatever it may be, without having recovery days in between. So they use red light therapy. Now me, as a creator, I am healthy for peak performance. I want my mental cognition to be extremely sharp. If I didn't have any of these health things, I would not be speaking like this right now. First, I probably wouldn't have the energy to. I wouldn't have the drive or the desire to. I wouldn't have the knowledge to, for sure, especially just off the cuff like this. It wouldn't be like that. I want peak performance. I want my writing to be the best that it possibly can be. I want my coaching to help people as much as possible in a short amount of time to save us both time. I want my writing to be as effective and like content, social media writing to be as effective, as helpful, as effective and as helpful as possible. And I want to write that in the shortest amount of time so I can still help people while having time to enjoy my day, or to record videos like this, to go for walks, or to play sports, or to hang out, have a social life, or do hobbies, play guitar, write songs, anything. Right? So I want peak mental performance, and I have connected that to, after learning my journey, I started in peak mental performance with focus, flow psychology, productivity, things like that, systems, things like that. And I realized that, okay, my mental state is going to get better with a better physical state. So then I got into physical peak performance as well. Started lifting weights. I started practicing sprints. I started pushing my body, building muscle, going for walks, moving, being in the sun, grounding, touching the bare earth with my bare feet. Eating, nutrition, a big part of it. Doing breath work, a huge part of it. Now, I feel great in my physical body, so my body isn't working. When you are not healthy, when your physical body is not healthy, then your body has to work overload to keep up with those things. If you are very inflamed, your body has to reduce the inflammation. If you are overweight, you're carrying around an extra 20 or 30 or 50 or 100 pounds. That's a lot of extra strain on your body and on your muscles. That doesn't build muscle because it's not meant to support that for a prolonged period of time, be it months or years or decades for some people. Your body's not working overtime. When your nervous system is not overwhelmed, you're able to digest food. When you eat higher quality food, there's less to digest. It goes through easier. When your nervous system is calm, it goes through easier. Digestion is a huge toll on the body. So you make that easy, then your body's relaxed and it doesn't have all of these overtime extra tasks to do that don't need to be done, that shouldn't need to happen. Then, because your body is relaxed and focused and is not working 24/7, boom, it goes to the mind. Right there. That's when your mental performance enhances. And it goes the other way around too. When you are in a better mental state, it goes down into the body. You are feeling good, you have high energy, you will naturally want to lift weights, get exercise, go outside, be in the sun, eat better, get better sleep. When you're in a better mental state, it's a loop. And now, when you are in that loop, well, for me at least, I'm talking about me right now. When I'm in that loop, I feel I am at my peak performance for everything, really. For writing, for my online business, for coaching, for helping other people, being better in social situations. I'm extremely fun to be around. I can laugh, I can joke, have conversations, like on my podcast. Not just a podcast though, but it goes back to my social life. I have energy to be around people and to enjoy the presence of others and to be in that loving space. So that is why I have done it. Just as why the athlete builds muscle so they can be stronger and perform and compete. Things like that. Now, a lot tying back to what I was just talking about earlier, a lot of these wellness influencers, they see something on their feed, they do it for themselves, they post it, they get likes. And then they offer to coach people on it. That's why they do it. They are healthy so they can make money from it. That is not the case for me. I have had the why behind it. My why is so that I can write and so I can help people. My why is because I want to have high energy for social situations. I want to peak my creativity. That comes from high energy and peak performance. I want my creativity to be at the max that it can be. Boom, right there. Now, yes, I do coach people. Yes, I do charge for it. Because if I were to not have that paywall up, people would come to me, I'd be on coaching calls all day long. I wouldn't see the light of day. I realized that after doing this for myself, and after just writing, because I had interests, so I was writing about them, I learned that I want this peak performance so I can write the best things. And then I realized, like, okay, I have these peak performance skills. I know how to work out for energy and make it fun and very different. I know how to eat delicious food that is extremely healthy, nutritious. You're actually getting nutrients, getting hydration, getting electrolytes, everything like that. All your macros, your micros. To make it fun and delicious, I know all the little, not all of them, obviously. I know the productivity and the focus tricks. I know how to prime my life for creativity so I can create more. And I was like, wow, this is an extremely valuable skill set. These are extremely valuable experiences to have. I can share this with other people now. After I just built that up for myself, for my own reasons. Now, I'm not saying that every other wellness influencer doesn't have their own reasons, because that would be a very big overstatement. I'm saying that some of them certainly are only in it because they want a business out of it. And you will see that in the way that they live, in the way that they speak. Maybe they don't even speak. Maybe they just post. They don't get on podcasts or YouTube videos. Probably because they don't know this stuff truly. But they won't do that stuff. They'll stay behind the scenes. But you will feel that in what they do. And maybe they're right. Maybe they are true, right? If I say, get in the sun in the morning after you wake up, and somebody else says, get in the sun in the morning after you wake up, the fact is still there, but it's the energy behind it. It's the purpose. It's the experience, right? I have lived that experience. I've had days where I wake up and I go right outside. I do that most days. And I go right outside. And I have had days where I wake up and I don't go right outside. I feel the difference. It's the lived experience. And now, I am coming from a place of just wanting to help people, understanding my skill set, my experience, knowing that it will change a life, and that people can have that for free. Everything that I know, I have pretty much put in resources and in posts out there for free. There's probably not much that has gone unsaid of my knowledge that is not out there for free. You can scroll back on my Twitter and LinkedIn and find my posts and completely change your life. I have 4 to 5 or 6, I don't even know, free Google document guides that you can click on those, and that is literally bullet point after bullet point after bullet point after bullet point. I could keep going of things that will fix I have one for sleep, I have one for nervous system, I have one for nutrition, I have a simple shopping guide, I have a toxin removal list. That's just the guides that I've put together. I have thing after thing after thing after thing after thing after thing that can help people, can help you too. You specifically listening to this. So I have that. I have tons of newsletters. I've written 100,000 plus words. I have hours of YouTube content. I have lists of LinkedIn and Twitter posts. And more to come too. It's not going to stop. So you can access all of these things to change your life for completely free. So why do I coach? I even do free calls. I even do a free 20-minute call where you or anybody you know comes with one problem and I give you one highest leverage solution to solve that problem within 3 days. If you do that thing, you can book that. If that sounds interesting to you, you can book that link in the description. So I have tools to help for free. Your problem can be solved for free if you book that call or if you go through all my content, which will take you hours, and you will find it. I've made those transformations because I have done the same. I have gone through a lot of content from a lot of different creators, a lot of courses, a lot of YouTube videos, hours and hours, 20, 50 hours of YouTube and podcasts. More than that, I'm certain of it. I mean, so many hours of research, and that's just specific research alone, not just listening to a podcast for fun about this health stuff too. I have done that, And that's why I also provide this for free. I do not need anybody's money for it. Now, if you want to accelerate the process, if you want to personalize the process to your lifestyle and have it done faster and in an organized fashion, that's where you can pay for help. That's where I would say that it's very smart to pay for help. It's out there for free for those who have the time. And for those who don't have the time but have the money, it's out there for money. The time and money are essentially the same thing. Now that could raise some flags for some people after hearing that. I'll let you sit with that for a second while I drink water. For those that don't have an abundance of time, money can help accelerate that. For those who don't have an abundance of money, time can make up for that. They kind of go hand in hand. Just different types of people have more of one or the other. That's what I meant to say. So if you want to accelerate the process of developing your health holistically, putting energy into you, into your being, into your life force, which will expand out into your life in the form of vitality and energy and just feeling good all the time. That's what I want to do. I want to help people feel good all the time. That's why I am creating content around these things. That's why there's hours of free stuff out there, because that is what I want for people. And you have 100% access to all of that. And that's wonderful. I'm extremely happy that I built that. I am so happy for myself that I have done that for so many people, for an infinite amount of people. The limit of people that I can help is the limit of people on Earth. Especially with AI, which can help break the language barrier too. That's what I have created. It's all out there for free. I'm not trying to build an empire of taking people's money. It is an exchange of somebody's money, your friends, somebody you know, a follower's money, for faster results, for personalized results, for more nuanced results, tailored to the person specifically. But now you can experiment, you can go through what I have had for free, my thousands of words of newsletters, my hours of podcasts, my hours of YouTube, all of my LinkedIn posts, my Instagram, my... what else? I don't even know. I'm sure there's more to come. You can do that. You can experiment. You can find what works for you to accelerate your health. That's why it's so important to me. I can just help people. That's what I want. And that's what I'm doing. So because I want that, that's what I'm doing. It's that simple. And I am helping people. I am changing the world with my piece, with my unique expertise. This is what I can do to play my part. That's wonderful. That's amazing. I am extremely grateful to be doing that. I thank God every single day after I do breath work. I'm sitting there. Typically my breath works end on a breath hold, so I'm at the bottom of the breath. I breathe in. And I just say, thank you, God. I love you. Thank you for the breath. Thank you for the warm shelter. Thank you for the opportunities. Thank you for every conversation. Thank you, God. Now, sometimes they sound different. Oh, that felt good right there. Sometimes they sound different. That is my goal. I am here to help you. Now, free resources, the free 20-minute call, where you come with one problem, I give you one solution to fix it in 3 days, top of the description. I will put my LinkedIn and my Twitter accounts at the top of the description as well. Those are the best free resources for you. From there, you'll find everything else. I'll put my website. I'll put reesemoby.com, actually. You can find everything there. If you are interested in paid acceleration for your health, we can work together one-on-one, just you and I, for 6 weeks. We can go longer, we can go shorter, whatever works. Typically, I have found that 6 weeks is the best to cover the holistic aspect of it. 12 up to 12 weeks if we go into the mindset and the mental transformation and the identity transformation, we can work together. Reach out to me, or I will have a link in the description for that called 6-week program that you can find. So that's what I'm here for. I am here to help. I'm extremely grateful to be doing that. And I basically hit record. I didn't expect to go into like any of this. I hit record because I was a little bit fired up about people doing it for the sake of money, or for the sake of saying they're an influencer, or for the sake of going viral or getting likes. That pisses me off, because that is not how it should be. You don't have a why behind your health. I think I'm going to keep going. I was going to cut it off there. I'm going to keep going. Let's go. If you have a why behind your health, then it then becomes useful. Now think, if you don't do anything all day, if you sit around, watch TV, do whatever, I don't know. If you don't do anything all day, your body has no reason to be healthy. Let's think like in tribal. You woke up and you went hunting, or you woke up and you went gathering, or exploring, and caring, because not everybody had access to easy, safe health. So you cared for the people around you. You went out, you used your body. So it was easier to be healthy. If you're not using your body, there's no reason to be healthy. So you have to give it purpose. My purpose, like I shared earlier, is I want peak performance. I want to feel good all the time. And I do. For the most part, I feel good 95% of my days, every day. Every day. Because I've set my life up that way. Because I have the why. And I have set my goals for peak performance. So I've shifted up into that identity because I've had that why. I've shifted up. I'm now living in that identity. So the habits follow. The health follows. The mechanisms behind that goal follow to shift up into that identity. You must have a why. So this is when it's important to ask yourself, what would your life look like if you had high energy all the time? What would it look like? My life looks like getting to work on what I want, creating, helping people, recording videos like this, feeling good all the time, having energy to do a lot of creative work and still write songs and play guitar and create chords and melodies and lyrics and socializing with my friends, all those things. What would your life look like if you were healthy when you were older? I envision running around with my grandkids and being able to play with them. And I envision being able to do push-ups and jump squats at 90 years old. I envision that the health and the habits will follow because I see that. Because I see that identity. I see me in that. What would your life look like if you were healthy when you were older? What would your work look like if you were high energy and focused with peak performance? I get my personal work done in 2 hours a day. Sometimes I will optionally do more, but the minimum to sustain is 2 hours. The minimum is probably 1 hour. I like to do 2. I like working on this stuff. I enjoy it. It doesn't feel like work to me. I'm getting way more done than most people in way less time because I'm focused, I'm energetic, and I have systems. Because of my peak performance, because I wanted peak performance. So what would your work look like? What would your social life look like if you were energetic and happy all the time? Just asking yourself these different questions of, okay, what would this look like if I had it? That is giving you purpose. That is giving you a why. Something in there will inspire you. Get that, take that, run with it. have that in your mind all of the time, your healthy lifestyle and the high energy will follow the more you have that in your mind. The more you shift, not only have it in your mind, I spoke that wrong. You envision that why, and then you feel that, you live up to that identity. And like, I am now in this life. What does this person do? If I am a grandfather running around playing with my grandkids, doing push-ups, being active with them, what does that person do? That person gets good sleep. That person goes for walks, spends time outside. That person lifts weights while they are younger, so that way they have the strength going into their old age. So you take that why, you take that vision that you have, you shift up and say, okay, what does this person do? And you do it. Boom, right there. I just told you how to get whatever state of life that you want, and you don't even need to look at any of my free stuff there. You don't even need to read any of my social media posts, any of my free guides. You don't need to get on a free call now. It's that simple. What is the life that you want? Be there, live up there in your mind for a few minutes. Now ask yourself, what does that person do every day? And now you bring it back down to reality, to the present, and you do those things every day. You no longer have any health problems. Right there. It's that simple.